Hello, this is Grandpa Jim, and this coming Sunday is the favorite day of cats, Purim. So, what are you going to be for Purim? I'm going to be a human being. Okay, so why do we dress up on Purim? And why do we wear masks? Well, the name of God does not appear anywhere in the Purim Megillah. And that's the way life is here. There's a lot of people walk around saying, there's no God. Because they don't see God. They see everything He made, but they don't see God, so they say, well, it must not be a God because I don't see the guy who made it. But that's the problem that people have, that they have to see through everything around them and see God. Also, a lot of what goes on in the world is hidden. It's God sort of makes some jokes. Here's one joke. Haman started out as Mordecai's barber in his youth, and he eventually became the most powerful man on earth. That's funny. Then there's this guy. He started out as a house painter, and he did wallpaper, and he ended up being, for a while, the most powerful man in the world. But thank God he met his end. Now, I'm not saying that this guy is anything like those two, but it's also pretty funny that he insulted everybody in America and they elected him president. So there's some funny there too. So, Hashem is hidden and His ways are sometimes strange, but He knows what He's doing. So, I want to talk about clothes because this week's Parsha's tetzaveh, is all about clothes. And first of all, when Adam and Chava were made, Adam and Eve, they were naked. They didn't have any clothes on. But they weren't embarrassed. Because if you're totally pure and holy and you're doing everything that God wants you to do, then there's no embarrassment. You are what you are, what Hashem made. But then after they ate from the fruit and got in trouble, then Hashem made clothes for them out of animal skins. The Kohen Gadol, who's in this week's Parsha, dressed up in special clothes. Here's one picture of what he looked like. And this picture shows the Kohen Gadol and Kohen Chedia, a plain old Kohen. There's the clothes of the Kohen Gadol, and there are the clothes of the Kohanim who were just doing the rest of the practice, the service. And all of these clothes brought these men back to the holiness that Hashem had created for Adam and Chava. And Daniel and Jaden, you have to pay attention to this week's Parsha because maybe soon you'll be dressing up like that. Okay, what else? So, one last thing. Oh no, I want to do some jokes. Okay? Jokes about clothes. Why did the golfer have an extra pair of pants? Because he got a hole in one. What are ghosts' favorite pants? Boo jeans. What did the baseball glove say to the baseball? Catch you later. What happens when you throw a white hat into the Red Sea? It gets wet. Why did the woman go outside with her purse open? Because she expected some change in the weather. Why don't you wear a cardboard belt? Because that would be a waste of paper. And last one for now. What color socks do bears wear? Bears don't wear socks. They have bare feet. Okay, so now I have to show you Purim on our timeline. If you printed out the timeline from 2 weeks ago, and you're going to be adding dates as we add them. So Purim took place in the year 3400. Oh, no, forget that. This is it. 3400. That was when Purim happened. 3400. Okay, now I want to go downstairs and show you an interesting fact of science, and then we'll be done. Oh, except for a few more stupid jokes. So, pause. Okay, so this is science, this is physics, this is music. These are wine cups, and if your mommy and daddy let you try on one, then you can do this also. There's a cup, it has water in it. And if you come over the top, you can see that the vibration of the sound appears in the water. It makes the water move in lines.
Yeah. Just a minute, honey.
Now, you wonder why it is that the notes go up, just because there's less water. Well, in the orchestra, you have great big bass viols. They make deep sound. Boom, 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 boom. Then you have a violin. Boom, 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 boom. Generally, the smaller the instrument, the higher the sound. The bigger the instrument, the lower the sound. And so what we have here is that when you go from a small amount of air to a larger amount of air, so the note gets higher. Now, why wouldn't it be the water? Because the vibrations are happening in the air, not in the water. So I'm going to try and play a song here. Now, next week I'll show you a similar thing with wine bottles with water in them. One sound from blowing and one from clinking it, and you'll see that the higher the water, one kind of sound goes up, the other kind of sound goes down. So I've perhaps you will be around some empty wine bottles in the next couple of days, and if you would send them to me, because I want to get, like, again, 6 wine bottles. So if you find any empty wine bottles underneath your father, Purim afternoon,